So what do you do when you haven't made a video for months and you get tagged in a video? Do you A, pretend you haven't seen the video? B, make up some bullshit excuse not to do the video? Or do you sit down, think about the video and make it after all these months? It feels really weird. But this is Gas Said Steve, and this is my top 10 games of all time. Now, I'm going to make up a new rule here, because we all know it's impossible to pick a favourite game from the magnitude of different genres out there. And it's always subject to change all the time, on a daily basis, if that. So I'm going to make this the top 10 games in any bloody order that I want, basically. Just my top 10 games. I will be tagging people at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned to hear your name pop up. Or not pop up. If you want to do this video, feel free. But yeah, if I pick you, if your name gets mentioned, you have to come up with some bullshit excuse not to make a video. Or make the video. One of the two. Okay, so number 10, in no particular order. Growing up in the 80s, there was one game I really wanted, because in the arcade it looked so bloody cool. And in real life, unless you had a stunning blonde by your side and 70k to spend on a car, the arcade was the closest you would ever get to living this dream. So this game I played on the C64 to start off with. I loved it. And then one night, I think one of my friends came home and he bought it on the Mega Drive. And from that moment onwards, the Mega Drive is where it's at for me. Flying around in a jetpack, shooting massive dragons and dodging columns, all set in a fantasy world. Amazing. Welcome to the Fantasy Zone.
Get ready.
So in 1992, as a young man, I only had one thing on my mind. No, not that, you dirty fuckers. Football. And getting the mighty Bristol Rovers to make it to the FA Cup final. That was my dream. Now, this game allowed me to do that. In my first season as well, would you believe? I didn't use any save points at all. Okay, maybe a few. Quite a few.
That's how you do it. Transfer. This is like your own tables. That's a D. This is a phone. Job centre. That's all we've got.
So this game sold the GameCube for me. In 2005, although I enjoyed the past 3 games, there was something about this one that really grabbed me. I think it could have been down to one very simple, helpful element that this game had that the others didn't. Oh, hi. What's that you've got there?
Got something that might interest you.
Oh, la campana. Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
back to the 16-bit era now, and nearly all of the top 10 videos that I've watched on this subject matter has this game, so I'll be a fool to miss it out. Such a bad boy, it needs no introduction or any reason to pick it up. If you haven't played it, it's so good. It's so good. Right, so I'm flip-flopping between the 16-bit era and the modern day. I could have easily went down the Red Dead Redemption route or the GTA route. This is one of the few games that I've actually completed. I'm a nightmare for games like that, giving up halfway through. I'm a massive Marvel fan, and this friendly neighborhood hero is one of my favourites, if not my favourite of the franchise. Why? Because he just does what a spider can, of course.
Open the safe! Hey, fellas! Spider-Man! Shoot him! Wayne, who is he? I honestly don't know. Down!
Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Now, MJ. Terrorizing New York. Please getting away.
Right, so if anybody out there doesn't know, I'm a massive fan of this franchise, and it was really only a question of which one I'd pick. Well, it's the one I have my best memories with, while being with my mates, playing with my mates back in 1995. We would spend so much time on this game, and I'm pretty sure we spent a whole 24 hours straight this one time. Epic. My friend Craig was Arsenal. My friend Chris was Everton. I was Liverpool. And with Tani and Anstey up front, clearly I was the best.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, so this franchise I've loved from the very first game. For the longest time, the second was my favourite. Then I started to play number 4, and holy shit, what a fantastic game. Fantastic story, fantastic scripting, just fantastic. I loved Tomb Raider, but this game gave me a whole Indiana Jones vibe. It was like playing Indiana Jones, but with a white t-shirt on.
Lost the signal.
Hey, you know what never loses signal? Paper. Oh, Victor. A lot of traveling these days?
Yeah, I try. I tend to pick jobs that get me away from
Shocking.
A little warning next.
Shit!
So number 2 is well up there in my top 10. Again, in no real order. It's just this game blew my socks off. I took a whole week off work. And lo and behold, when I went back to work, my friend who I used to work with done the same. So we were both off this one time, and it must have been so obvious to my boss at the time what we had done. But don't think he ever found out, unless he's watching now. You're not watching, are you? Okay, so there's a few honourable mentions, some classics that I couldn't miss out really, but hey, you get to pick a top 10, you miss these games out. So Sonic the Hedgehog, classic, Super Star Wars, love the Star Wars games, Chucky Egg, GoldenEye, Batman Arkham Knight, and all of the FIFAs. All of them. So here we are, my number 1 game of all time. And when I say it's in no particular order, this is probably my number 1 game of all time. Played this through time and time again. Never gets old for me. They've redone it and they're great games, but the original on the Super Nintendo has to be the best for me. It's got the best soundtrack. Playability is awesome. The track in particular is aquatic ambience. Okay, so thank you very much, Matt, for nominating me to this video, getting me back in YouTube. It's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please tap the like button. Really helps out so we get told. If you would like to see more content, please feel free to subscribe. It really does help the channel grow naturally. And if you don't like it, then please let me know so I can improve it on next time. Because let's face it, you can't just put the thumbs down no more, can you? Until next time, guys, take care, guys and dolls. Take care. While you watch his numpty wave at you, I'd like to tag You've Been Gamed, Quinny Collects, Snake J, Reynolds Reviews, Colossal Vids, and Shock16. Do a video.
You want to try